Hello and welcome to Lawtorials. My name is Elelyon and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And if you are here, I am assuming or presuming that you have just done the bar exam. So first of all, a big congratulations to you. I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. And today I would just like to share some things with you that you can do once you've done the bar exam, because you get to that stage and you're like, okay, so I just did the bar exam. Now what? And I completely get that. And the waiting period between the bar exam and the results feels like a lifetime. So I just have some tips and some things that you can do in your time while you're waiting. So first of all, the very first thing that you should do is celebrate, because you have just done the bar exam and it's a big deal. Whether you've got your results or not, you have achieved it, you have finished it. It's an accomplishment. And I don't want anyone to ever downplay that, like, oh, but I don't know if I did well, or the fact is you've done it. And you may have some people do kind of try and downplay it, like, well, it's just a bar exam, like it's like no different to any other exam that's out there. Law students love to say the most, but at the end of the day, no, it's not just a bunch of MPTs and like essays and multiple choice. This is the bar exam. It's literally what sets aside those who become lawyers and attorneys from those who don't. So it's a big deal, and you deserve to pat yourself on the back and feel great for just even going through those 2 days and 12 hours of you know what I mean, of continuous testing in those conditions. No, honestly, congratulations. Be proud of yourself and just celebrate. Take a moment, do whatever you need to do. The thing that you had to say no to while you were studying, this is the time. Go do that. The place that you wanted to go to, go do it. Like, do what you have to do, because, and this comes to my next point that I'm going to get to in just a minute, you need to understand that once those results come, you're going to have an outcome. You're going to have things, life is going to change again. When you pass, and I'm going off when you pass, you'll be getting ready to be a full-time attorney, and that's going to take a lot of your time. So you're going to be busier than in bar prep time, because now you've got clients, you've got a job that you need to perform at, you need to be on your A game. So you definitely want to enjoy this quiet period, or quieter period. You may have a lot of other things going on anyway, but what I will say is just take the time to enjoy it. And if you do find yourself in a position, because as much as I love to be positive, I always have to be real. If you find yourself in a position where you do have to retake the exam, you want to be able to enjoy that time off that you have before you have to go back into studying again. So that's the first thing I'll say. Celebrate, take the time to do all the things that you love and enjoy and that you've missed out on during the bar prep period. And then prepare yourself for the life to come. So that's tip number 2, is prepare for the future. So this is something that can take your mind off. Preparing for the future always is a task anyway. But so if you are going to, when you get admitted, you have to fill in the admissions forms, and for some of the departments and courts, it can be quite lengthy. You might have to contact your law school. So I'm passed in New York, and so I had to get 2 law school certificates from my law schools, references, my pro bono, my skills form requirement, the actual admissions questionnaire, which is 20 pages long. And actually it's not something you can just do in one day. Maybe you can, but then obviously you have to get your references together, your past employment. So there's a lot to kind of navigate, even in the admission process alone. And if you haven't already done it, because some people are extra smart and they do their admissions like well before, and I really do like that. I did mine like in between sittings. I did it bit by bit, so I had some parts that were certified and some parts that still needed to go in. But then I put my energy into it after that, because I'm like, well, this was me. I'm going to pass this exam. I've passed it. I have. again, obviously, I was just like keeping that mindset because it was very important to getting me to where I was, or getting me through that period of waiting. And so I was like, okay, boom, let me get these admissions done. And I was just filling everything in, going back and forth, asking the questions I needed to ask. So that's what I would say, like, spend your time on that and have it ready. And once it's in, it's in. And so because I had like a lot of my stuff in beforehand, well, in between sittings, because basically after each sitting, then I'll be like, okay, let me get to this admissions form because I'm going to pass this time. And although yes, I did pass in those various states, I needed that 266 for New York, which I recently got in July. So after that, I literally just focused on my admissions application. I put it in, and so now that's out of the way completely. So once that's out of the way, the next thing that I would suggest that you do is find yourself a project. If it's not a new job or something that you can do while you're waiting, you need to actually be doing something, because before, some people are working and studying at the same time, so then I guess you'll be back at work. But then if you're not, or if you're still looking for a job, put in your energy to doing that. Maybe take a course. I love to do mini courses there's a lot of places like EDX, Coursera, Udemy. There's a lot of places that you could do mini courses, especially if you don't know what you want to specialize in yet. So I did a Harvard cyber law, so CS50 for lawyers course online, and it's great. It's really it's a proper course. Like, I know the last thing you probably want to be doing after the bar exam is going back into studying, but it's all in preparation for your future, right? So if it's what you need to do, so I think I would like to specialize in cyber law. That's what I thought. I realize it's definitely different to what I thought, but I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. In the UK, I have predominantly done family law. That's the area that I've practiced in. So it's very different to cyber law, obviously. And then I did a media law course as well. Just before like diving into doing like a whole master's or anything, these courses, and a lot of these courses, if you pay the full course price and actually do the assignments, which are marked by actual professors and lecturers, you will get the certification. So you'll actually get a certificate. Some of them you can go as far as diploma, or even masters if you want, or mini masters. Some of them are like parts of series, but it definitely keeps you occupied, and it's at your own pace as well. So some days if I didn't feel like doing it, I didn't do it. I mean, I think I still got some more to go, actually. I need to go back and check, but it definitely keeps you occupied. So then by the time you're ready and you've got your practicing license and you're able to actually start practicing, you'll have more experience to bring to the board. So that goes to pretty much like my last point, which is for you to invest in yourself. Literally invest in yourself in every way you can, whether it's in education, whether it's in your skincare, guys and girls, like this is for everyone. I'm not setting this aside for any specific person, but invest in yourself, whatever you need to do to feel good about yourself, to feel like not make yourself more valuable, but yeah, add value to yourself so that you can give value and wherever you go. And I always like to say I love to invest in myself so that I can be valuable wherever I go, because I'm the kind of person who I don't want to be like at a table and just taking everything. I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to share knowledge. I want to be able to help. And in order for me to do that, I have to continue to learn, have to continue to grow, and I have to spend time just making sure that I am the best version of myself. I'm happy. I want to make sure I'm happy with what I'm doing, where I'm at, how I look, how I feel. All of that stuff plays a big role. And especially in that waiting period, you need something. You need to feel good about yourself. You can't be sitting down worried every day when are these results coming out. I literally forget about the exam. I mean, every now and again I would have like a glimpsing thought like, oh my gosh, I still haven't got my results. But then I'll just be like, okay, it's not here. So I would tell myself, and I'm glad that they told us later. So when I actually got my results, I think I have a video somewhere. If I do, I'll do a when I got my results video. And I was preparing for a wedding at the time, so there was so much going on. It was my friend's birthday, shout out Yvette. And so I was with my sister. So it was just at a time the results came and I had been up and down the whole day. I didn't even know until like 5 hours later. I hadn't been on Reddit, hadn't been on my emails. I had just been like busy, because that's what I had put in my energy into everything else, put it at the back of my mind, and then boom, they came. And thankfully I had prepared like the things that I had to prepare in that waiting period. So I was able to, or actually there was a couple of things that I think I kind of slacked on. So then I was like, oh snap, like I need to get to work, because I thought I had more time than I did. But then I was in a position where I could move forward, get my application in. And so yeah, I'm really happy that I tried to keep myself distracted, and that in that time I was able to invest in myself and get more out of it. So going forward going forward, and even in my application, I had more things that I could add in at the end, because I was able to open my own business. I was able to start helping others just with knowledge that I knew. And yeah, it made what could have been a very hard and long waiting experience not so bad. I'm not saying it was the best, but it just wasn't bad. So just consider doing some of these things once you're done. I'm sure there are more, there's more information out there as to other things you could do, but these are the things that I did that helped me and definitely helped keep me sane in that time. And also another thing is, if you don't feel like talking about it, I know there's the whole, and I'll get to this in another video, but there's the whole thing about, everyone wants to know, like, and most people are coming from a good place, right? They know you've been doing this bar exam thing for a while. And so they're like, how did it go? Did you get your results yet? What do you think? And you just don't want to talk about it sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, please. Like, and so you don't have to. Just what I would say is, yeah, it went well. I mean, you'll never know. I'll never know until I know, but the results don't come until and I would always say like next year. They're like, what, next year? I'm like, yeah, it doesn't come. I don't know. I would just say like, oh, I'm not sure when the results come out. Like, it's like, but I'm just not thinking about that right now. I'm focusing on everything else. Actually, I'm working on this now, and then I'll just switch the conversation. Like, whoop, let's just move it along, because sometimes you just don't want to be talking about all that stuff, especially because then there's those people who remember and be like, hey, didn't you say your results come out in December? Like, I once had, there was a time where I didn't want to tell my family like when the results were coming out, and just because I just wanted to surprise them with the win, but then my sister, because she has been so invested in this as well, she was like, yeah, I was on that site. It's like a really popular site, and they were saying that they predict the results will come out in like around this time, and I was like, damn it. But it was fine. These people like mean well, so it's fine. But if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. Just find a way to keep the conversation moving along, and just focus on these other things that will help keep you sane during the wait before you get your results. But again, remember to celebrate your achievements, feel proud of yourself because you have gotten this far and you completed the bar exam. Like, that is, I'm going to start giving out achievement badges to all my students for completing the bar exam, because it's a big thing, and I don't want you to ever downplay it, or just not realize how amazing that you have been by even just doing the bar exam, and hopefully passing as well. So yes, this is all I have for you today. Stay sane, stay hydrated, keep yourself busy, invest in yourself, know that you are your biggest asset, and wherever you go, you're a superstar. So don't let anything hold you back. Don't let any negative thoughts hold on to you. You are a superstar. I'm just going to say that. I said it, so it makes it true. But have an amazing day or night wherever you are in the world, and thank you once again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Lord Torio.